Why be easy when you can just die? Woo! Wow, I'm Chewy Mew. Welcome to my channel, but more specifically, welcome to another Chewy Mew video where I need to adjust my light here. Today we're going to be taking a look at another figure from my collection, and I got this figure. I got it from a mystery box. A lot of the figures from this box I'd never even reviewed, and one of those figures is the Hasbro Spider-Man Origins Iron Spider figure. His knees are kind of weird here. Or as my friend and I, one of my friends that we would play with our Spider-Man figures and stuff, he had one of these. He had the really crappy, like pinkish kind of looking color. And so this guy, the one that my friend had, was this same color, was like basically this color, except they did that on purpose. You know, like this one, it's just from years of play with. Just the years of play wear, so it looks like that. But the other one, the one that he had, was, and instead of having this nice bright yellow, they had like a gold color, which, you know, also looked kind of horrible. We had it, and we had no idea. Had no idea about the Spider-Man or the Civil War comics. We had no idea that was even a thing. Friend, for the longest time, both of us thought that this was some kind of weird like symbiote Spider-Man. Like we thought it was the Carnage symbiote, except with yellow. So my friend took his, and then he took a really sloppy paint job he did, but he painted all of the yellow parts on his gold, painted all of them to be a black color. But now I know that this is from the Civil War comic book, which, by the way, I don't like that, because what happens to... Because, like, Iron Man's basically evil in that. He's basically the bad guy, and then Spider-Man, you know, goes through a lot of horrible stuff. But either way, this figure comes with a pretty nice display stand here. Spider-Man Origins. I like to use the... I don't remember if it's Homo Rackin or Homo Arkin. That's the text for the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. And unfortunately, since I'm a dingus, I accidentally ripped this off. So when I got this, it was in the mail, and it was crazy super hot outside. So the glue on this that holds it together just kind of peeled off. So when I took it out, I was trying to wipe it off with disinfectant wipes, and then I didn't notice that it was unhooked. So when I wiped it, it kind of ripped. But regardless, I think that's pretty cool. I think it's a cool logo. On the back here, it says 2006 or trademark 2006 Marvel Entertainment or Marvel Toy Biz Worldwide. Or no, I'm not even looking. I'm looking at the thing, but I'm reading something else. 2006 Marvel Hasbro Made in China, because so many of the Toy Biz figures say Toy Biz Worldwide on the bottom of the foot. For example, here we have McFarlane Spider-Man. You can see that. Yeah, it says 2006 Marvel Entertainment Toy Biz Worldwide. So I don't know why on these Hasbro ones it just says Marvel. I don't know. Also made in China, which whatever. So yeah, so this figure came in the mystery box. Unfortunately, this thing ripped, but I think it does look pretty cool. I think it does look pretty cool. Too bad, unfortunately, it ripped, so it comes off. Excuse me as I yawn there. They toss that aside there. Let's take a look at the figure here. Take a look at the face. It's a pretty simplistic face here. You can see some like plastic, kind of like plastic chipping or whatever that's called. Some scratches here. Unfortunately, this one has a broken arm right here compared to this one, which, when I got it, I didn't even know it was broken. It has, like, some weirdness in here. I don't know. You know, that's whatever. It's a mystery box, so, you know, you get what you paid for, which, the question is, did I? And so, looking at the eyes, you can see there's a little ridge around here. You know, you see that little ridge up there? Is that supposed to have yellow paint in it, or is that supposed to be red? I mean, what color is that supposed to be? You know, is it supposed to be, zoom in a little bit more. You see me, like, at the very top, is that supposed to be red, or is that supposed to be the yellow color? I don't know, but that part looks really, really weird right there. Here's the spider logo. I think this camera like this looks pretty cool. You can see a lot of detail here. The spider is pretty cool, and it goes all the way inside. And on the back, there's no spider logo because the arms. I like this cool thing where the arms, so the two top arms are kind of just here, and then the bottom, I mean this, oops, not on my camera. These legs right here, they kind of end. But then these two legs on the bottom, they kind of curl here, and then the legs that are in the middle, they go to the back and they connect to this piece. And then these little lines connect to the shoulders. And I don't know how they intend for you to have these shoulders positioned that all the lines line up. But either way, you can see this is very much Iron Man based. So if you don't know what this costume is about, or where this costume came from, so during the Marvel Civil War storyline, it's like the Civil War where the two of them, two sides split up because they have different ideas or whatever, and blah blah blah. And so, long story short, Spider-Man joins Iron Man, and he makes him the suit, which is loosely what the Iron Spider's based off of in the Spider-Man, or the MCU Spider-Man movies, or Avengers movies, because, you know, whatever. But So overall, I think the costume is cool. It does look very much Iron Man inspired. I wish it had blue on it. Like, you know, have some more Spider-Man colors, because Spider-Man's costume is mostly red, white, blue, or red, blue, a little bit of white and black here and there, because the webs are black and the eyes are white. I wish it had some, you know, more Spider-Man stuff, because you could convince me this is not Spider-Man. But, I don't know, but, they do give you individual fingers, which that's pretty cool. This was when, this is an original body Hasbro made, so it's crazy to see they gave you toe articulation and finger joints, because you know how much Hasbro hates finger joints. I know now on, like, the new 60th anniversary Spider-Man they're making, they has, like, a toe joint, which is, pretty cool. Yeah, Hasbro only took you, like, what, like, over 10 years to finally start doing that? But either way, this is a Hasbro figure that I think is good. It is missing articulation, which, spoilers, I'd much rather have pre-posed hands than missing the other articulation. So, as far as it goes, it's this very bright, like cherry red kind of color. I think it looks really good. Very, very metallic, very glossy, which I think it looks really good for this costume. Like the re-release version like I was talking about, where he looks pink, I think it looks dumb. Because it's supposed to look like armor. It's supposed to look like he's wearing some kind of armor suit, not like some kind of pinkish looking costume. It just looks really bad, the other one, I think. See the butt right there. So the one thing I find weird with Iron Man's costumes in general, or his armors, is that this looks like a dude in a costume. It looks like a skin-tight costume, because if Spider-Man was wearing, unless it's like one of those weird armors where it's like skin-tight somehow, but if this was regular armor, I don't think you'll be able to see the thigh muscles. In the comic books, it looks the same too, though, but I don't know, to me it looks weird. You can still see the muscles, like the rib muscles here, the legs, looks like he has wrinkles on the fabric right here, doesn't it? Those look like fabric wrinkles. I think it looks good, just if we analyze that like a jerk, then, but, the tentacles here, these also are pretty cool, or, tendrils, arms, legs, whatever you want to call these. I think these are pretty cool. They do have a ball joint movement here, which, honestly, if we're being honest, kind of sucks. They do go, pretty much the main articulation they have is this movement here, and the bends right here, but you can't rotate them. If you rotate them, it feels like you're going to break them off. Like this one here, this one rotates, but then if you have it moved over too much, it kind of just starts, like if you put it this way, it just starts moving back the other way, which is kind of, I'm not a big fan of that. I wish it didn't do that. But as far as that, let's take a look at the articulation, which I have a lot of complaints, sort of. So the head looks up, it doesn't, never mind. It barely does. Looks down all the way, rotates all the way around. The arms only go up this high, which I wish they could go up higher, but, well, rotate all the way around here. Rotation in the upper bicep. Unfortunately, this one's broken, but it does have a rotation. Double jointed elbow. A hinge in the wrist, which goes in really good, which I feel like it's not important as going out. And going out, it doesn't, I mean, it goes better on this one, but you need Spider-Man going out more. Like, if you're doing a flipping thing, you want his hand to be, bent. Like, I have Custom McFarlane here. Like, you see, you want the wrist bent downwards like this, It just looks kind of weird if you have the web shooting hand. And also, you don't have a wrist rotation, so if you want him to shooting a web, you have to rotate the entire upper arm. But then if you want the arm bent, you can't have, you see what I mean? You can't, and then on this one, this arm has so much less articulation, because all you can do is a fist that's convincing, but you can't, I don't know why they didn't give you this. And also on this one here, you have an ab crunch, which goes back a decent amount, goes forward also kind of decent. Not the best, but not horrible. I like that they also made the pattern here go up. This also, all the yellow parts are actually sculpted on. They're actually raised. They're not just painted on. And this goes all the way up in there, like pretty much as far as the posability goes. If you move it back farther, you can see inside, but you're not supposed to bend it. You're supposed to bend it like this. You can see inside if you're really looking there. He has an ab crunch. He doesn't have a waist swivel, which I know I'm always one of those people that's complaining about it doesn't need good articulation. Articulation doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't if you fully embrace the gimmick. Some figures like because you can't turn his body. If you want to turn his body, you got to turn the entire legs. But if you want this guy turned, you just turn the waist. I mean, you can't pivot him forward and back like an ab crunch. But to me, I feel like that's more important. Not having a wrist rotation, I feel like that. Because like this arm, without moving this joint, you can't web shoot. And the thing he's missing, he doesn't have shin joints, which to me that's kind of fine. Because you have very good ankle pivots. These are very good ankle pivots here, actually. So in that regard, I think not having the boot cut, to me that's fine. I feel like this figure, all he's really missing is like, I wish he had a waist swivel. Like, if he had a waist swivel and ab crunch, that'd be good. But if I had to add like articulation, I think wrist swivels. I feel like for Spider-Man, that's really good for the whipping hand. And he has individual finger joints, so you have a lot of poses, but you got to rotate the arm here. So you can't really, you see what I mean? That kind of causes an issue here. So, but then the legs, as far as the legs go, they do have the good ball joint kick. They kick forward pretty good. He does have this weird leg joint where you got to rotate the joint in order to turn it. Like, you can't just kick it forward. You got to rotate it to make it work. Double jointed elbow or double jointed knees. Very good ankle pivot. The foot goes all the way forward, all the way back. The toe bends up and it bends down. And he has peg holes on his feet. And the bottom of the feet here say Hasbro made in China. I can actually do this. And then the other foot here says, what does that say? Trademark 2006 Marvel. So yeah, so this figure, I think it's pretty good. It could be better. Oh, and then also the arms. Move the camera back to normal. Oops, wrong button. The arms also, like I showed, they have a ball joint, which basically only moves like this. Like in and out, I guess it's kind of movement would be called. Then they have 2 bends each on them. They're all the same length as well. They're all identical. They're just different positions. Also, the paint on here is kind of sloppy. Like you can see, it looks like they put paint on it. It doesn't look like, oh, the figure is yellow. It looks like they globbed a bunch of paint on here because it didn't work or something. These tentacles suck. I feel like they should be bigger. He also has wobbly knees right here. Is a waist swivel and then like arm swivels. I also find it pretty cheap on eBay. I've looked it up like around like 20 bucks. I've seen it brand new in packaging for like 25 US dollars. So if you want to find it, you could probably get this figure pretty cheap. But either way, let me know what you think about this figure. Let me know if you think it's let me know if you have it. Let me know if you think it's good. I think this figure is, I think it's good. I just wish, you know, just extra rotation here and there. But either way, that's all for this video. If you like, be sure to let me know, and I will see you guys in the next review.